for all my life. They say I'm a failure, end up in jail, I ain't proving right. My mama, she told me before, son, you get I understood, but I ain't see the vision. A nigga kept going, and now I'm winning. Some people I put my trust in, try to fuck with my image. Oh no, you didn't. Some say you forgive, but don't forget it. Now you know how we do. Lock that back door, don't let no one through. I told Michi in these streets ain't no rules. He say, cause all this life we ain't over this. Yeah. And I understand that this shit wasn't easy, but nigga, we did it. Yeah. And all them hoes and all them niggas that wasn't fucking with us, now we them niggas. Now we rich now, we got money, I don't give a shit, no. And we did it. Young nigga come up from nothing, now he getting to them riches. And it's the life of a young, rich nigga.
3, 4, 5. Yeah, I ain't playing with your ass. Nigga, I ain't playing with your ass. You chasing greatness. You got greatness talking to you. Become great.
Yo, Rize Podcast family, what it do, what it is, how everybody feeling today? What's going on? What's going on? Something not right today. What's going on? How y'all feeling, man? Beautiful Sunday morning, man. Everybody that's in the building, make sure y'all hit the like button on the way in. To all the watchers, man, make sure y'all come and leave a comment today, man. Talk to us. Let us know you're here. And everybody, Rize Podcast family, hope y'all had a great week this week. And let's look forward to having another one, man. Clocks then went forward. Get a little extra daylight during the evening, get darker later now, man. I think they should just leave the clocks alone, man. Just leave it like this. I don't know. I think it should be like this, man. You know what I mean? I get it. That was the old way. That was the old way for the farmers and all that, man. But leave it alone, man. Leave well enough alone. It's good. How everybody doing though? Let's get the sponsors out the way. 5-time champ, 3 different weight divisions. Hard hitting, devastating punching, man. Look like he done made another star. Man. Lamont Roach on his press tour, getting a lot. Everybody called his name. Shakur wanted to fight him. Everybody chasing that down now. Should he be thankful? Man? Tank then did it again, man. Made another star. So Lamont Roach, man, I think you need to be a little bit more grateful, man, for the opportunity, man, and for everything to come after. Shout out to Bad Girls Promotions, man. If y'all haven't heard, Bad Girls Promotions just dropped the date, May 17th. First boxing event ever at Paul Lawrence Dunbar High School, man. Who's the next champ? We got the kids from Upton going at it again, man. We got Montana headlining. We got Shake and Bake Jr. back in the ring. May 17th, Baltimore, Maryland, Dunbar High School, man. Make sure you get your tickets. I don't think they went on sale yet. I'm not quite sure. But make sure y'all in the building, man. May 17th. You know what? When Bad Girls Promotions get at it, you know the event going to be fire, man. So stay tuned for more details and info coming soon. Shout out to Under Armour, man. Appreciate everything you do. Shout out to all the parents, fighters, coaches, aunts, uncles, everybody, volunteers, everybody to help make the gym go round, man. We really appreciate what y'all do and how y'all help out, man. Shout out to everybody, all the sponsors, man. All the donations, everybody that's been helping out, pitching in, you know what I mean? It takes a village. Man. We really appreciate, you know what I mean, all the help and support. Excuse me. EOE, educational everything, appreciate you. Redesigning minds one mind at a time. You know a mind is a terrible thing to waste. Last but not least, man, all the fighters wearing it, all the coaches wearing it. Now the Rize Podcast wearing it, man. Y'all can say it with me in the chat. Box Raw. Stretched out boxing. What it do? Edward Carr, what's going on? Branson, how you feeling? Kevin House, Depths and Edible, Speedy, what's going on? Whatchamacallit, what's going on? Jacob Quails, what's going on, champ? Rock Bottom, what it do? I drive old cars, my God. King Remo, what it do? Adam Brashear, how you feeling? Box Latino TV, how you feeling? How you feeling, man? The chosen one, what it do, champ? How y'all feeling, man? Beautiful Sunday morning. Let me see what this old guy at, man. Crazy, you gotta call him to come to work. Let's see what he got going on. What's his name? Smoothie King. Give me 1 second, y'all. I hope he hired. D33284. No, I ain't see that. I ain't really been on Instagram or nothing. I ain't really been on Instagram or nothing. I've been posting and going on about trying to get myself straight, man. Definitely I drive old cars. I feel you on that. 2012 TCD. What's going on, champ? Welcome to the Rize podcast, man. Appreciate you for coming out the cut, man. I don't know how long you've been a mighty warrior, but I appreciate you for letting us know you here. Shout out to you, champ. Everybody make sure he feel welcome in that home. Golden Child T. Not gonna lie, Roach played. He got his lawyers to try to appeal the draw. I mean, he did what he's supposed to do. I'm not mad at nobody. And ultimately, that's what he's supposed to do. You know what I mean? You got a team, and that's what your team's supposed to do. They supposed to try to put you in the best position possible. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? I appreciate y'all drive old cars. Shout out to Stretched Out Boxing. You know what I mean? Sent us a gift. You know what I mean? Me and Squeeze both got one. So, you know what I mean? Shout out to Stretched Out Boxing. Tim Layton, my guy, man. Prayers for you and the family, man. Hope everybody make a speedy recovery. Terrence Cole, something about them DC being tank head training a Baltimore versus DC battle don't sit right with me. I'd be like that sometimes, Terrence Cole. Be like that sometimes. That's how boxing go. Hopefully we can just get the team back together. You know what I mean? And the roles that they supposed to be in. That part. Ace, what it do, Ace? How you feeling? But I know I've been seeing, you know what I mean? I've been seeing Roach doing this thing with big interviews and big press coverage. You know what I mean? Everybody calling his name now. So, you know what I mean? At some point, you also got to be thankful for the opportunity. You know what I mean? In the place that you put in. Sometimes, I mean, the way I see it, he had a great performance in front of the opponent that he had in the ring with him that night. He did exactly what he's supposed to do. You know what I mean? Melanie Queen, what's going on? How you feeling? Whatchamacallit? The Tank Show has another champ, Lamont Roach, getting ready to get it. The bag. Hopefully he doesn't drop it like a half an hour because 30-1 is not bad. You are ready. You are Daryl Hopkins, my guy. What's going on? Stephon Hill, how you feeling? Yeah, he definitely changing lives. All right, y'all. Hey, listen. Ho. Y'all know we've been on it. I think we've been on the podcast now for 4 years now. And we done came on. I mean, the show originally started at this time, 12 o'clock every Sunday. So it's no excuse on this Sunday why it's 12:15. I know clocks went forward. An hour, you know what I mean? But I still don't see it as an excuse of why you showing up at 12:15 and what did he say? He's the host of this shit. You know what I mean? He told Calvin Ford he was the host. You be quiet. I'm the host. But you know what I mean? He just strolled on. Now he a superstar. You know what I mean? He done got his big name. You know what I mean? He a superstar now. So he just strolling whenever he feel like it, making grand appearances and all that. Pain in my ass. Oh, you should have seen the shit that he started last week. I ain't even gonna get into that. You know what I mean? But that's my guy. You know what I mean? Can't get right himself. Squeeze. Smoothie. King. What's going on, Chad?
God damn, yo, you might as well ain't even introduce me. All you had to do was say BCPS.
You know what I mean? Hey, I had to get my point across.
All you had to do was say BCPS. They the God. What up, champ?
Man, I can't call it.
Family in the chat, what it do?
Banks Hayes, what it do? I can't call it, man. How you feeling today?
Oh, man, just sorry for my tardiness, man. Had a little family issue, you know what I mean? But, just keep my family.
Everybody good?
Keep my brother in your prayers, man. Just pray for him, my prayer warriors. Everybody just keep them in y'all prayers for me, man. You know how we do on here, man. Uplift each other. Pray for each other. You know what I mean? Appreciate everybody that come in the chat. Love y'all, man. We ain't nothing without the fans, man, the family that support this podcast, man. To get y'all the content and do our best to bring y'all what y'all need on out. And Speedy say he gonna do 300 reps tomorrow on the bench. I did 450 reps Friday, 450 on the bench. Smoothie King, right back at you with another one. Rodriguez Jackson TV. Smoothie King, right back at you with another one. God bless you, man, and your family and everybody, man, who going through mental illness, man. Mental illness is real. If you're not going through it, but if you going through it, man, seek help. Don't go at it alone, man. It's real, just everybody just find somebody you could talk to, man, and just try to pick your spirits up, man. It could get tough. How you feeling, old champ?
Still waiting for magic to happen.
Yeah.
I went the magnesium citrate route. I took that last night. Nothing. So,
Dang.
I'm gonna listen. I'm trying. I got some greens, cabbage and greens.
Yeah.
Cabbage and greens mix.
Good.
I'm gonna put that in me today. If that don't work, I'm gonna just go back tomorrow morning and they're gonna have to figure something out because it's still painful.
Oh man, yo, inshallah, man. Mm-hmm. Inshallah. What we talk about, champ?
Did Gervonta Tank Davis make Lamont Roach a star in a big name? And should Roach be thankful?
Yes and yes. Because a lot of people in my travels, people on the street, everywhere I go, was upset about this fight. Who is Lamont Roach? Never heard of him. I say he's a 130-pound champ. Him and Tank got history in the amateurs. I say he's a solid fighter. I say everybody sleeping on Roach. I say, man, a fight is a fight. And we done seen before that we done seen upsets over the years, man. And we done seen people get that opportunity and seize it. And I know he thankful because he thankful. He definitely thankful. And his father and very humble people. I can't say nothing bad. I'm like Tank over here. I can't say nothing bad about the Roaches. Lamont Roach and his dad, man. A class act. He gave me and Senior that interview in the midst of them walking. Very humble guy. They really like people you can't really talk bad about because they really blue collar people, and I respect that. I pray that their family continue to grow and support one another through life scenarios. But I'm sure he thankful because that was his biggest payday he gonna ever get, probably up to date right now.
Yeah, so moving forward, shit, he, you know what I mean? Like he talking big shit. But shit, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, like, look, I appreciate, you know what I mean, the opportunity that you gave me.
He's supposed to. He's supposed to. He's supposed to talk, talk his trash. Confidence. You gotta have confidence in yourself in the sport. If you don't need to be in the sport if you don't have the confidence. That's what I love about boxing and sports in general. It's a such thing as gifted, and then it's a such thing as people putting the work in and you lacking on your end. Whatever Tank had going on or got going on, we know it's something. We don't know what it is. It ain't really none of our business, but that's not Lamont Roach's fault. Lamont Roach was locked in. His camp was locked in, and they was prepared. And I still think Tank edged it. When you go back and watch the footage, I watched it like 10 times. Close fight, no doubt about it. The action ain't start picking up to the 6th or 7th round. So I noticed everybody that they talking about everything but how the fight really was. The fight was very entertaining, action-packed. They was throwing that lever. They stood in a phone booth and was calling each other. You know what I mean? Where you at? I'm right here. Yo, come on down. Yo, I got something for you. Oh, no, I got this. Get this before I get that. No, yo. I'm sitting there like on the edge of my seat. Then I seen Tank get clipped, rock back, jump back in the fire. Yip. Man, everybody they talking about everything else, but it was a great fight. How you feel about that?
No, but the thing is, like, throughout this whole build-up, you gotta understand what I said every time. I said this fight is not gonna be how y'all think it's gonna be. I said Lamont Roach is a great fighter. I kept telling y'all this is not Lamont Roach is not a cab driver. You know what I mean? And they got history together, so you can't just because you like. And I always say just because you don't know a fighter don't mean you're gonna shut him out or you're gonna make it. Oh, he was a cherry pick. No, it was a hell of a fight. It was the fight that I expected. I drink nothing but ginger, Miss Melanin Queen. But you know what I mean? I told y'all, don't count Roach out. It's gonna be a great fight. I was pleased with the fight because I'm looking forward to do exactly what we as fans needed to do, which I would think we really don't understand. Got to put Tank back in that mold. And I think that fight, and you know what I mean, all the trash talking and the people on their bullshit again is going to put him back in that mold. At least that's my hopes. Really get him angry and want to step more and shit, you know what I mean? And then so when he really do retire, you know what I mean, it's nothing they can say. They got to give him his props. But, you know what I mean, in that fight, you saying some hellacious shots from both fighters, you know what I mean? They both took it on the chin, rolled with it, leaned with it, you know what I mean? Took it and kept moving, you know what I mean? It was a hell of a fight, man. Hell of a fight.
It was a beautiful chess match. Great. It was chess for the first 5-6 rounds. And the people I was sitting up there with was like, we all was
Cass.
We all was looking like, okay, where's that? When it's gonna come?
Yeah, we definitely was on the edge of the seat, waiting for that one punch.
And it never manifested itself. I seen Tank would do stuff and didn't do what I normally see him do. I couldn't really make it out to what it be. I could say a million things that normally the shots he throw in those particular situations But at the end of the day, it comes down to loving what you're doing. And once you stop loving what you're doing, it's going to show. From any relationship you in, from your job, the man human, yo. He human. Yo, he human, man.
I'll say this, right? This is what I'll say. I think as people, we gotta understand, like, certain people you go talk to for different reasons. You know what I mean? I might go talk to Squeeze just to vent. But I might go talk to Day Day because I'm trying to get turned all the way up. You see what I'm saying? I know Day Day, you know what I mean? You know, Squeeze, you talk to Day Day gonna have you, you know what I mean, all the way up. And I think that's the same thing with Barry and Calvin. I think Barry is a great coach, but I think Calvin's just that one that just turned Tank up. You know what I mean? Turn him into that monster to where as though that's what he needs to fuel that fire that he has. You know what I mean? That person that he is, his personality, the type of fighter he is. He need that Calvin that really. He need that gangster shit up in him, you know what I mean? And Calvin, you know what I mean, with penitentiary, hey, I need you to get to his ass. He's not on your level, you know what I mean? Type shit. You see the interactions in the corner to where though you see Calvin turning Tank up. You see him turning him up in the middle of the fight. You see Kenny giving him shit in the middle of the fight. And you see him turned up. And Barry's a great coach, but he was too cool. He was too, you know what I mean, too calm. So we didn't get that. As we on the edge of our seats waiting for that punch. We didn't get it because, you know what I mean, Tank wasn't turned up into that mode to where though it's like, yeah, oh, I'm going to go kill this nigga. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, he just didn't, to me, have that killer instinct that I'm used to seeing out of him. But it's okay with me. It's okay with me because I understand for the people that don't get hit in the face, that never been in there and boxed or competed in combat sports, they can't really associate themselves with what these fighters go through. You know, you got some people been fighting all their life, never got a title shot, never really made no money, but that's all they know how to do. There's so many stories out there. But for Tank to get where he at, 93% knockout ratio, okay, it's two or three guys went the distance with him, you know, but everybody ready to, he a bum, he got exposed. Not everybody, but people that want to see you fall. It's cool. That's the world we live in. Long as people got lips.
What's up, J Hardcore?
Long as people got lips, they gonna talk. So, and they got a voice, they gonna say, but it's all good, man. You can't buy into that. But you know, I just want Tank to be beyond boxing, find happiness in his life, you know, and that's a fight in itself. That's tough, man. That's tough.
That's what I was happy with the lady. Well, at the end of the press conference, the lady was like, "Look, I don't have a." Bring him in real quick before I get into this.
All right, y'all. Y'all already know who he is. The Salmonella King. Lip ball Swami in the building.
Damn. What up, Coach?
You said salmonella. You know he's one putting that salmonella out. What's happening?
I can't talk. No, at the end of the post-fight press conference, the lady was like, "Look, I don't have a question. I just want to commend you for, you know what I mean, getting in the ring and all this." And I think at the end of the day, you also got to understand, like, mentally he's going through something. You know what I mean? And at the same time, we always worrying about the fight. Sometimes you just gotta be like, "Are you okay?" You know what I mean? What's on your mind? How you feeling? You know what I mean? Bring your guy in, Squeeze.
All right, y'all already know, pound for pound great, one of the boxing historians in the game. He young, you know, so it might take 2 or 3 times for him to get into the podcast Hall of Fame because he's still young. You gotta be a certain age and years in the sport, but his knowledge, his interpretations, his breakdowns, plus he take a lot of knowledge from Limball Swami, give him stuff to go in the lab and study. He a student of the game, a gentleman, a scholar, and he's not just a fan of boxing, but he's a boxing historian. He breaks things down in his view, and he admit when he ain't right, he wrong, or whatever. You gotta love him. The one, the only, Boogie Down Productions, always getting paid. The Bronx in the building, brother, Ant McQueen.
We'll take the wackest songs and make them better. Remember to let us into your skin, because then you'll begin to master. Now, that's a classic right there, Squeeze. That Criminal Minded.
You ain't that old, man. What you know about that?
Listen, man, I grew up in it. My pops had a crazy big record collection.
Okay.
I know that's right, champ.
Your pops had that record collection, my albums.
Yes, sir.
I know that's right.
What it do, man? How you feeling today?
Feeling good, feeling great, feeling good. How are you?
I'm cool. I can't complain. Thomas Hill, what it do? Fly Frequency. My guy, what's going on, Fly Frequency?
Salute to everybody. Hey, Coach Kenny, that fight was fantastic. That Bazooka Lamont fight.
You like that?
Yeah. That joint was straight action from the beginning to the end.
Yes, sir.
They said that was the fight of the year. What was that? Is that 86 or 82? They had that as the fight of the year.
Early 80s. Yep. Early 80s.
So much action in that fight.
That's pay-per-view. That's worth your pay-per-view right there.
What was the weight class?
Was it 135 or 130?
It was somewhere around there.
Yeah, I think
it was 130. 130.
Yeah.
It was 130. Yeah, that fight was 82. Yeah, they had that as the fight of the year in 82.
Yeah, them guys, they missed that pay-per-view money, man. They should be coming through right about now. Imagine fighting for $15,000 like that.
Damn.
Sad.
But I'm pretty sure that 15,000, man, it was a little bit further than where it's going right now. Especially with the cost of living. You see what they charging for eggs nowadays.
Yeah. I just ate me some eggs too.
I was at the supermarket the other day. It was like $9 for a dozen. I'm like, yikes.
Yeah. They going
crazy
hard,
right
ain't they, man? They going hard. Hey, Ant, you see what we talked about? I don't know if you came in or how far you been listening today, but did you think Gervonta Tank Davis make Lamont Roach a star? Did he make him a star and a big name? And should Roach be Tankful?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it goes both ways. Because you need those type of opportunities to be on the big stage. Like Coach Kenny was just talking about, you got these guys fighting like their life is on the line, like literally, like their life is dependent on it for $15,000. And then you got nowadays a situation where, Lamont Roach, he can go from being relatively obscure to fighting on a pay-per-view event. And that's all people have been talking about for the past week. Every day it's been about the fight, the grease, his performance, that in some form or fashion, people still talking about that fight a week later. So
I respect them for taking the fight, man. You got guys in the division right there in the top 5, top 10 won't even take the fight. Then they sit back and watch a bad performance. Now everybody want to fight and all of a sudden. Motherfuckers ain't got no heart, man. A fighter wants to fight. If you in a fighting division, you supposed to be wanting to fight any and everybody. You don't have to know nothing about them. They're in your division. It's your job to get them up out of there. These guys want to see. They want to see you fight first before they. You know what I mean? They want to size you up. All that bullshit.
It's funny you say that.
Respect to the Roach family for taking the fight.
It's funny you say that because when I wrestled in high school and you be in there weighing in and people used to come up to you, yo, what weight class you wrestle? You tell them the weight class, he like, oh yeah, we might meet up.
It's Sunday, you lying, you don't hear lying, you ain't wrestling in high school, stop lying.
We might meet up with each other, right? And you know, they like was worried about who they was gonna face, the best in the division, this, that, and the other. But then you had some people that wanted to see who was the best so they could elevate their game. So I understand what you're saying about that, Coach. But what do you say to the people out there, Coach, that saying that Gervonta's ducking fighters in the division and he holler out, this fighter ain't do nothing to get a fight with me, but a lot of people saying that Lamont Roach ain't do nothing to get a fight with him. Well, how would you address that?
Lamont got to fight because nobody else wanted to fight.
Gotcha.
And if anybody in the division say Tank ain't did nothing, put his resume up against yours and compare the resume. That's all.
Got you. How you feel about that, Ant McQueen? Tank's resume versus Devin's and Shakur resume, since those the names that they really, and T.O., the names that they really put in their mouth to say Tank's supposed to be ducking.
I don't think there's necessarily any ducking going on from the fighters specifically, but everybody's teams, I'm pretty sure y'all been around each other for God knows how many years. So teams are going to move their fighters how they're going to move their fighters. As far as the resumes are concerned, I think Tank gets a lot of flack. Personally, I feel like Tank gets a lot of flack. Like, for example, I had to point out to somebody the other day that he actually went down to fight Leo Santa Cruz at 130, because that's a constant rhetoric that's being regurgitated. Oh, he brought up Leo Santa Cruz to 135. Like, nah, the fight, first off, they ain't even fight at 135. They fought at 130. Tank actually went back down to 130 to fight him. And Leo Santa Cruz actually already fought at 130. He fought Miguel Flores in the fight before that. So he gets a lot of flack for that. Even with the Lamont Roach thing.
I say, what about the credit? Tank turning pro at 126. He shooting up at 140. And he shooting up to 135. Look, Tank 135 pounder come up from 126. You know?
They never mentioned that.
About either.
Tank is a small guy, man.
They never mentioned that.
He you know, man, these jokers they crazy, man.
Smoothie King, right back at you with another one. Jason Fruel, thanks for the color in the chat. Just bring Kenny and Calvin back in control of the House and the Senate. Period.
Hey, Coach Kenny, you want to see something?
Oh shit!
Look, no, because I'm saying, like, you remember after the fight, Squeeze fussed me out, right? But he wouldn't have been able to have this moment right here if it wasn't for that.
I've got sunshine on a cloudy day. Oh, baby. Yeah, and when it's cold outside, it is cold outside, I got the month of May. Well, I guess you say what can make me feel this way, my girl, my girl, my girl, oh, my girl, my girl. I've got so much honey, the bees and the bees. I got a sweeter song than the birds in the trees. Well, I guess you say what can
damn make me feel this way, my girl, my girl. I'm talking about my girl, my girl.
Y'all
Hey,
crazy.
that's me yelling like crazy. I ain't got no voice, but I'm gonna make it happen. Whatever it is, man.
Hold on, that's no Nito Doe there.
No flash, no need.
That's no Nito Doe there.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
shit.
Yo,
That was all right.
the Filipino Flash, he came in the store and he walked. He had his hoodie on. So I looked from the side and I say to myself, that looked like the Filipino Flash. Then he took his hoodie off. I say, no needle in there. And he turned around. He like, hey, and we say, see you like it's the Rize podcast. You came on the show singing. He like, oh yeah, man. What's up? Yeah. Yo,
That's what's up.
one of the pound for pound greats. If you don't know him, go drop his highlight reel in. You won't be disappointed. I told Junior when he got back to the joint, throw the highlight reel in. Junior got back to the house, threw it in. He said, yeah, coach, he was that. He was that, coach. Yeah.
Movie king.
Right back at you with another one. Tim Layton, JBT, the Pimptations.
Y'all
No
did the
Nito
damn
Doe
thing.
going to Hall of Fame, bro. He going in there, 4 division champ.
Yeah. And then
That was nice.
he gave us a demonstration, right? Yo was on his toes. He started looking like Bruce Lee. I say, yo, you came out with the Bruce Lee uniform on one fight.
And,
with the buttercream with the black down the side.
I was trying to get some water, get some hot
Yo,
stuff.
like,
and then,
do some punches. I say, somebody run down on him. They gonna be.
It was about his message that I have in me. It wasn't his message. It wasn't my message.
Yo, we had a good time. We chopped it up for a long.
So dream to be big. Decide to be big. And most of all, know that is you. Own up to it.
I know one thing. When your fights used to come on, I would shut it down. I say, yo, the Filipino Flash coming on tonight. No Nito.
Hey, you know, let me tell you this. When we were like 11 years old, me and Andre Ward were known as the Fast and the Flash. Because before the SOG, you know, Andre Ward was SOG before. He was called Fast. Andre, you know.
I followed him through Athens.
Yeah, man.
I followed him through Athens, the Olympics. Yeah.
They say you're legends,
Yeah, I dropped later on. Just wanted to show y'all. I've been holding on to that all week, and
That was
I
nice.
ain't dropped it.
That was
Yo,
nice.
he showed us a lot of humility and being an icon, a legend of the sport. When you talk about greatest champions of all times in their era, you have to mention the Filipino Flash, Nonito Donaire.
And he said he coming back to the ring one more again.
Yup.
How old is he?
40.
41, 42. No more 41 and 42 years old, he said.
Where you going?
Yo rap to us for a good while, yo.
We was there for about an hour and a half.
Yo, we
That's
was there
good.
for a while, yo. Yeah. Good guy, yo. Great guy. You know, we talked about a lot of stuff. You know, yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. I don't know why. I get people like trolling when they say $1 trillion, say, and he entitled to his opinion though, in the comments, cherry pick gone wrong. They calling Lamont Roach a cherry pick gone wrong. you entitled to your own opinion, but keep it real, man. Like
A lot of
fighters,
people they think because a fighter is not popular that they can't fight, but you can count the fighters on hand that's on the internet every day. The top 10. So you mean to tell me that that's the only fighters in the world? That
Coach
goes
Kenny,
to show how far they boxing knowledge go. You know what I'm saying?
Coach Kenny, let me ask you this question because you hear it all the time, and you've been in this game. You always say you've been in this game over 60-something years.
Damn, yo, I ain't even catch that.
I'm knocking at the door at 60, but I ain't 60 yet.
How many great fighters have you seen in your lifetime that never even made it to the big stage?
Man, it's too many to count, man. I went down Florida last summer, man. You got some young prospects coming out that don't nobody even know of, man. These guys, they the future. But because people don't know them, they don't think when they pop up, oh, who's that? And some of these guys, man, they haven't even had a pro fight yet. They beat the shit out of some of these champions.
Because it's some niggas on the street that can rumble, and they ain't never put on boxing gloves.
Hell yeah, I agree.
Who just because you don't know a person don't mean you gotta shut them down automatically. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Everybody come from somewhere. Everybody got his or her path to the title. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So you don't sleep on nobody because anything can happen in that ring. Anything.
At any given moment, we've seen a lot of crazy upsets over the years.
Boxing is unpredictable, man.
Most recently, what's my guy name? Jaime Munguia. I'm right,
Jaime
Munguia.
Bruno Saraz.
Look, who was that guy? Nobody knew that guy, but look what he did. You know? But Roach is known. He was always known, but to true boxing fans.
I told everybody it's not going to be the fight that y'all think. It's not. There's going to be no easy walk in the park.
He wasn't no damn duck, and I can show you. I can tell you who fighting ducks. Compare Roach to any of them dudes' opponents.
Give me two ducks right now at the top of your head.
No, I ain't gonna call nobody no duck because anybody take that walk to the ring, man, you gotta have a certain heart to do that, you know?
Definitely.
Yeah, so I'm gonna throw that duck thing out the window.
Wait a minute. Smoothie King, Jason Feetwell, appreciate the support. How can Roach be a cherry pick when other fighters decline, especially clout chasing Shakur? Ooh.
Say it again.
Mm-hmm. The people who say he was a cherry pick only watch the big names in boxing.
I got Roach in the lightweight division now, coming in third place.
Who number 2? Abdullah
Mason.
Boxrec got him in the top 10 at lightweight right now.
Look, Abdullah Mason just turned 20. He knocking off grown man. He don't play with his food. And Roach come in the picture. Okay, y'all big boys and y'all don't want to fight Tank. Y'all get out the way. Let me do it. Since y'all motherfuckers in this weight class and y'all don't want to fight him, let me come up there. I'll fight him. So I put him number 3. He took everybody. He took all them niggas' spots.
Give me your top 5 at 135.
Top 5. Number 1 champion. That's Gervonta Davis. I'm rocking with Abdullah Mason. And Roach, number 3. Then I'm gonna put what's my man name that took Keyshawn gold medal?
Andy.
I'm gonna put him number 4.
I'm
gonna put Keyshawn number 5.
What you think about that list right there?
Now last year it was a little different, but the table was turning a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Keyshawn number 5.
Damn, who is that lightweight right now? I got let me see.
You hear the dog over there snoring again?
Right now, I got Tank, Shakur. I might have to go Keyshawn third, Andy Cruz fourth. I don't know whether or not Lamont Roach is going to stay at 135. And I don't know what the hell Lomachenko's doing.
He retired, right?
So I might go Andy Cruz fifth.
Lomachenko can't be.
I got Abdullah Mason on the outskirts right now.
Lomachenko can't be talking about I'm retired or I'm back. I'm retired. Oh no, sit out until you get your shit together.
But yeah, that's my five. Tank
again?
Shakur, Tank Shakur, Keyshawn, Andy Cruz. If Lamont Roach stays at 135, I got him right there at 5.
Don't forget my man Santos. Is that his name?
Owen De Los Santos.
Yeah.
Squeeze, give me your top 5 at 135.
Tank, and Tank.
Damn.
Only one could beat Tank is Tank. That's the only one could beat Tank. I got the GTD, Keyshawn Davis, Abdullah Mason, Andy Cruz, and I'm going to say my 5 is De Los Santos. I would like to say lemon pepper wings, but he not active. So right now I gotta take him off. I would have put lemon pepper at 5 because he's been a champion and he's been a champion a couple of times. You can't take that away from him. I actually like lemon pepper wings boxing style. It intrigued me. Letting his hands goes, angles in, out. I'm a big fan of that type of style, but he haven't been active here lately due to stuff happening in this country. No disrespect, but that's my 5.
That's a good 5.
That's my 5. Gotta put Abdullah Mason. I'm not gonna leave him on the outskirts. Only reason why I'm not gonna leave Abdullah Mason on the outskirts, even though I know he's still growing, but he's a rough outing for anybody at 135. That's why I put him there.
He fight again in April too. He got another fight coming up.
That's why I put him there. He a rough outing for anybody at 135. Now, even though I know he's still growing, I'm not putting pressure on him, even though I know. But you ever heard of the old saying, he young, but he got an old spirit about him. He moving like he been here before. That's
I think the fight that people not realizing that we really need at 135, we really need that Shakur versus Keyshawn fight at 135. What you think, Ant?
Keyshawn who?
Shakur versus Keyshawn. We really need that at 135.
I think that would be a hell of a fight, man.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying I really think we need that. And I get they homeboys, they brothers, but at the end of the day, you came into this game alone on a business. You gotta have a business mind. That's a big fight right there. Shakur versus Keyshawn. You gotta recognize it and get the bag, man.
You think that's a big fight business wise? You think so?
I think that
could
be
big enough to supersede their personal relationship.
You gotta understand this. You gotta understand this, man. You can't. You're a prize fighter. You come in and get the bag, right or right.
Right, but
What's a better way
there's
to get the
also
bag?
2,500 active lightweights on the planet, so they don't necessarily got to fight each other. There's so many fights out there for these guys to be made that are still good. We got Keyshawn talking about potentially going up to 140 and fighting this one and that one. So I ain't gonna push it on them. If they saying, listen, man, we got a certain rapport with one another and been there for each other through turbulent times, who am I to say like, yo, y'all gotta, fight for money when there's so many other fighters for them to fight? But stylistically, I would love to see that fight, especially given the fact that they know each other so well. I think that it could make for a good
Who wins?
Good match. I do not know.
Coach
I
Kenny.
do not know.
Shakur versus Keyshawn. Who win?
Keyshawn.
Squeeze. Shakur versus Keyshawn. Who win? Put it in the chat, y'all. Who y'all think wins? Shakur versus Keyshawn.
Only why I'm gonna say this person's name is because I know how he's gonna fight, and if the particular person doesn't do what they had to do to execute the game plan to get the victory, I'm going to give them to that on the edge by the skin of the teeth, and depending on who the judges and what they really looking at, I'm going to say Shakur Stevenson, because that fight is going to be in reverse. You're not going to see Shakur come forward. He's going to fight going backwards, using every corner of the ring. And when he do engage, it's not going to be too long. It's going to be an in and out situation. Keyshawn Davis, I like Keyshawn to win, but I think I'm going to edge it to Shakur because Shakur is not going to engage. He's going to box and reverse. You know, when you back your car up, you look back behind it and back and run that thing. That's how that fight gonna be played out in reverse. And you know it's gonna be a boring fight on Shakur's side. That's what he do, fan friendly wise. But I just think he scorecard 115, 113, 115, 113, 115 to 112. Shakur.
I drove old car said, Aunt, what that word mean? Dumb it down for me, bro.
Oh, it just mean that he's crafty. He's experienced. We were over here talking about Tevin Farmer in the box. Like, you've seen the last two young guys they threw up in there with Tevin Farmer, man. Them guys almost didn't make it to their next fight.
Tevin Farmer, that's why
I felt like he should have got the decision over Morataya. The ref took that point extremely prematurely. The man held on one time and got a point deducted. I'm like, what the hell is this? I could understand if there was excessive holding and then the ref warned him, hey, you can't do that. I'm going to take the point. But he held one time and got a point taken. I've never seen that. One clinch and got a point taken away. And then you look at the scorecards, that 1 point that he got taken away, it ended up being a deciding factor. It was like razor thin. And then that fight with Zepeda, you seen he sat him down on his hind parts. Zepeda was having a tough time in there. He thought he was about to just walk through him like he did with Maxie Hughes and Giovanni Cabrera, but Tevin Farmer has something hot waiting for him. You know what I mean? He has some serious left hands waiting for him. So Tevin Farmer is one of them dudes you can't just throw any of these young fighters in there with him. Them guys might not make it, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a wily veteran.
Hey, Coach Kenny, what we got coming up this week? Fight week this week, right? Jaleel fight this week, right?
Yeah, Jaleel rematch Shit, I can't even call the guy, the Puerto Rican guy.
Wait, pay. I think it begin with a P.
Yeah. I was with Jalil and him yesterday. He looking good. Looking real good. Strong.
When I'll talk to you when we get off. Roman Vasquez, that's his name. Roman Vasquez.
Yeah.
I don't know where I got the P from. So where would you rank Tevin Farmer? Where would you rank Tevin Farmer at, Ant? Or Coach Kenny?
Oh man. Well, he can't. He's not in the top 5. That's for sure.
He's top 10 for me at 135 right now.
Yeah,
top
10.
10.
Yeah, you could throw him in the
Top
10.
10 for me right now at 135.
Yeah, he crafty. We got 7,
6, 7, or 8. He got to be right there in them 3. He was 6, 7, or 8.
Yeah, for sure.
Not 6. I say 7 at the squeeze and the limit.
I'd give him 8.
D33284 said, would you consider Tevin Farmer a gatekeeper at 135?
No, I wouldn't consider him a gatekeeper because he's still competitive. I think a gatekeeper is one of those guys where he's going to provide enough resistance, but he realistically don't really have a chance to win.
I think Pedraza was a gatekeeper versus Keyshawn.
Pedraza's definitely becoming that for sure. You see the way that they're using him.
Yeah, I think he definitely was, you know what I mean, for when you look at that matchup against Keyshawn. You know what I mean? Because Pedraza, what he about 35, 36?
I ain't sure, but
he might be a little older than that.
I think him and Gamboa should fight and the loser should hang it up for good.
Damn. No, Gamboa has had a hell of a career.
Well,
think about all the people he's been in the ring with.
Both of them right there, do or die.
So it's Pedraza though. You know, Pedraza, he's right there too. When you look at his resume, you look at the guys he's fought. He fought Tank, Tevin Farmer, Lomachenko, Keyshawn. He just fought somebody else recently too. Another one of them young guys.
Arnold Barboza.
He fought Arnold Barboza. If I'm not mistaken, he was the only one to stop Tevin Farmer too.
He fought everybody. He fought Keyshawn Davis, Arnold Barboza, Richard Comey, Jose Ramirez, Jose Zepeda. Damn. Lomachenko. Damn.
If it ain't nailed down to the floor, Pedraza, he's fighting them guys. I think he got a damn good resume. Win, lose, or draw, just as far as who he's fought.
Yeah, damn, man. He got a nice little resume.
Him, another guy like that too is what's my man's name? People be clowning him, but he got a nice little resume on him. David Avanesian. Dude, fought Boots. He fought Terrence Crawford, fought Shane Mosley.
Gamboa,
I respect them guys like that.
You gotta give it to Gamboa though. You think about who Gamboa been in the ring with.
He's another one. And he was fighting some guys that were like really good at the time too, like Rogers Mtagwa, Jorge Solis. And then later on, he laid it on the line for Bud, Devin Haney, Tank, Pitbull Cruz.
Yeah. So let me ask you this: when you take a kid like Abdullah Mason, right, and we talking about gatekeepers, who would be the gatekeeper? Who would be the right gatekeeper in your eyes, and for like Abdullah Mason?
For Abdullah Mason, I gotta see who's around at 135. I'm about to look right now.
Hey, I would love to see him fight. Abdullah Mason fight the kid y'all just mentioned from out of Philly.
Farmer.
Yeah, that'd be a good fight for him.
That's a lot of experience for him, though.
That is a lot. Well, if he could overcome it, we know that he's the goods for sure. Because Tevin Farmer is not an easy fight for anybody.
After he take care of this fight coming up, him and Farmer that'll be a good step up for him.
But that's a lot of experience. That's a lot of experience when you talk about Tevin Farmer versus Abdullah Mason, though, Coach.
But Pedraza stopped Farmer, right?
Yeah, early in his career. That was
So
one of them early losses that Tevin Farmer took, and then after that,
now
rest is history. He went on that nice run.
let's see if a young Abdullah Mason can stop him. He's bigger and stronger.
But I don't know. I might have to go with Farmer in that matchup though.
You can go with him. I ain't going with you though.
Yeah, I'm saying I like Abdullah. I like Abdullah Mason, but I think like Farmer still got gas left in the tank, and he's still putting on good performances. To where we arguably can say that he's kind of got slighted in a few of those matchups recently.
That's why I say it's a good test for Abdullah Mason.
But I don't know if I want to feed Abdullah Mason to the wolves like that.
You think he a wolf?
I think he still got a lot left in the tank.
He do, but that doesn't make him a wolf.
I don't know.
No disrespect to him. I'm just, figure of speech. You using wolf? No,
I don't know.
Wrong word. Got to rephrase that. Not wolf, man.
And I'm really looking at it like, you know what I mean. Not saying Abdullah Mason is a slouch, but he just hit the canvas twice in his last fight. That was his last fight or the fight before that, eh?
Some fighters hit the canvas. Look, some fighters hit the canvas through their whole career.
What I'm saying is to put him in there with Farmer. Farmer gonna catch him with some hot shit.
Fighters hit the canvas through their whole career, man. They don't stop him from being champion.
He has been looking stronger at 135. To your point, though, see, because remember, Farmer was never really known as a puncher for real. But since he been at 135, he put everybody on the canvas since being at 135. He ain't stopped everybody, but he dropped everybody. He been doing a good job of sitting down on his punches and turning them bad boys over. He's aging like fine wine right now, Tevin Farmer.
It's definitely a good test for Abdullah, but is that too much of a test? You know what I mean?
I'm rocking with Abdullah Mason, man. Trying to tell you.
And Abdullah, if I'm not mistaken, he hasn't fought in a 10-rounder yet. It's been, I think, the most he's done is 8.
Some fighters might not ever see it until they get to a title fight.
But that's why the first thing I mentioned, Ant, was the experience. Because Farmer fighting 12 rounds, you know what I mean? That's why the first thing I said was the experience.
You make it up. You make the rounds up in the gym when you spawn and stuff, you know?
I mean, you do, but it's still under the bright lights. That's a different than in the gym.
But listen, some of the shit you hear is a myth. Some fighters are bothered by the bright lights. Some fighters are not.
That's true.
You're absolutely right.
That shit is a myth, man. You hear some people, they talk that, but that don't mean it's right. You can't blame every man for what some other men do. Some people want that bright light. You know? They said Roach was gonna fall under the bright lights.
No, I never said that.
No, but people were saying that.
He
fought a good fight.
When I looked at Roach, you know what I mean? Plus, like his demeanor and how he was carrying himself leading up to
But I knew Roach could, you know, we knew him growing up. But the people that didn't know him, they just didn't know, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Bright lights don't bother everybody. That's crazy. I hate when
true.
Some people say stuff because they hear the last man say it. A lot of this shit in boxing is a myth, man. Just like they, you know, some people go here to train for high altitude or whatever. You got some fighters that never been over there to train, but they go fight and they do just good.
Mm-hmm.
It don't bother everybody. Some of this shit is a myth. People just put themselves in position. They advertise this and advertise that and put themselves around fighters to make a position. But that shit be bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Definitely not a one-size-fits-all type of situation because everybody deals with when people talk about the lights, it's like performance anxiety, but everybody deals with that differently. You got some people where it's like once they in there, they just in there. And I think it even goes beyond just fighting, but even something like public speaking.
Mm-hmm.
You got some people, they clam up, they freeze up, but then once they get talking, they good to go.
Yeah.
Smoothie King.
Right back at you with another one. Rocco McBride, we've seen what Abdullah can do against people and he can steamroll. What can he do against tricky fighters?
Good point, Rocco. That's a great point.
You cross that bridge when you get to it.
Right.
You got a team, your team work on it, and when the bell ring, you know, do what you do.
Cash
And
Sports.
realistically, how many tricky fighters are there? That's the other question that we gotta ask. It's like who are these tricky fighters specifically, and
And
how many are there?
can that tricky fighter take a punch? There's a lot to
That
this
too.
shit. Fighter can be tricky, just like that boy at light heavyweight. Squeeze, you said he liked that. That Manuel Augustus kid, he was undefeated. Couple months, and he got
Ben
hit.
Whitaker.
Ben Whitaker. Yep.
He was very tricky, but look what happened when he got hit.
Yeah.
Threw the man over the top rope. He had to find a way up out of there. It turned into a sticky situation real quick. As far as Abdullah Mason, his next fight, what about Antonio Moran?
For Abdullah Mason?
Yeah.
That's who he's fighting, right?
No, I don't think he's fighting Antonio Moran, but I'm saying Antonio Moran would be.
He fighting somebody supposed to be a good test coming up. So-called test anyway. I forgot who this guy beat somebody too in his resume.
Because Antonio Moran, he got some good experience.
Mm-hmm.
This dude, he done been up in there with Andy Cruz, Jermaine Ortiz, Arnold Barboza, Romero Duno, Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? 30-7.
I think Farmer be the perfect test, man.
For Mason?
Yeah. He's not a heavy hitter. He's somewhat tricky. He don't have the best chin.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you like this. Tevin Farmer against Abdullah Mason next week. That fight would really, really say where and how Abdullah Mason career would go. Because Tevin Farmer is a hell of a outing for that baby. He's still a baby. Tevin Farmer is a monster in his own right. Arguably 5 losses on Tevin Farmer career. It could be arguably turned the other way. He didn't get the nod on close fights. Always in the fight, action-packed, hell of a boxer. Not a lot of pop, but enough pop to keep people honest. Crafty, slick, been the distance on several occasions. If he pull that off, yeah.
Y'all remember when Trinidad had his debut? He was 20 years old, and they said Maurice Blocker was too experienced for him. They moving Trinidad too fast. Maurice Blocker from out of DC, he was too experienced. He was too much for Trinidad. Trinidad clipped him.
I remember that.
Same situation.
I remember that, but he ain't Abdullah Mason, and he ain't Tevin Farmer.
And Tevin Farmer ain't Maurice Blocker.
I got you.
Same situation.
Yeah, but Abdullah showed you he could face adversity, get clipped twice on the chin in the middle of punching.
He didn't get clipped. You get clipped when you can't bounce back. It's clip. You clip a motherfucker, they don't shake it off, then they don't come back. He came back and clipped the dude. The dude got clipped. The dude couldn't continue.
So
you get clipped when you can't continue. That's clip.
He got up and clip what I said it is.
It's not. I'm trying to.
Clip. That's my interpretation of clip, bro.
Listen, I'm trying to teach you something. It's okay to learn.
That's okay. Hey, it's okay to tell, but still, that's my interpretation of clip, bro. I don't care what you say.
Look. Hagler clipped Hearns, right?
Whatever.
Vincent Petway clipped Simon Brown.
Whatever.
Even though he got knocked down in the first round. The motherfucker that can't continue is the one that got clipped.
I don't call it clip. I call it got the knock the F out. Smooth
man that don't
right back at you with another one.
Don't get continued. He the ones that get clipped.
I call it knock the freak out. Big Ray, fuck. Mason going to beat the mess out of Farmer. Whoa. Hey, yo, hey, I know you're a big dude, yo. These my peoples. Yo, I ain't running down on you, greasy. You
Yo,
know
I
what
can't
mean?
help you with Big Ray Squeeze.
Yep. Damn.
I
Well, what you said then, crap. Since my back got dry.
can't
Yeah.
help you with Big Ray. Big Ray ain't no little guy, man.
Fuck.
Mason fighting Giovanni Cabrera. I ain't know that. He fighting Giovanni Cabrera in April. What you think about that? Giovanni Cabrera, that's the white boy that Pitbull fought. He ain't no slouch. Well, I ain't gonna say
He a
he
little
ain't no
tender
slouch.
to the body. You seen his fight with Zepeda?
Yeah.
Got stopped to the body within like 3 rounds.
Yeah.
Got good footwork though. He moved well, all that other stuff. That what's the name was vicious though, Coach Kenny. Simon Brown, man, when he was out cold, he was still putting his guard up. His
ass got clipped.
It happened so fast. He thought he was still on his feet. He was on his back, like throwing punches and everything, with his eyes closed.
That was a good fight. I was at that fight.
And that was like one of the most vicious knockouts I've ever seen, like ever. I never seen somebody get knocked out like that and still.
He was still going through the motions.
Not be cognizant of where they are. You know what I'm saying?
I never saw that.
That's what you call going out on your shield.
Yeah. Otherwise, than that knockout, the closest thing to that is that knockout Ann Wolf did with that giant, that lady.
Vonda Ward.
That was another one.
Yeah, that was Vonda Ward she knocked out.
You had one similar to that when Holyfield knocked out Rodriguez. Only thing Rodriguez did, he wasn't jabbing. His jab was just stuck in the air like this. It wasn't working back and forth.
All right, Dawes, access. I'm great. Get on up out of here, champ.
Yep. Time to make some runs.
I think somebody got a question for you real quick, Squeeze or Coach Kenny. After that, we can get out of here. I'm waiting for him. I just sent them the link. He wanted to ask one of y'all a question before we get out of here. But it's another dope show, man. We had a good conversation today. You know what I mean? Appreciate the questions. Appreciate everybody participating. Here go my guy, man, T Hill. He got a question for somebody. I'm gonna bring him in, man. Man, fresh from church, man.
Well, I'm on my way to church. Hey, shout out to the panel, man. Fire panel. Always a pleasure to see Coach Squeeze, aka Smoothie King, Mr. Right Back at you with another one in the building. Senior Cobbs, that's Mr. International Extraordinaire. Senior Cobbs, Coach Kenny, the Bible and the value. Breakdown Shorty and the Queen. Ubiquitous and loquacious. I do got some conversation, so excuse me for in the background, but I'm just gonna say one thing. It's over 120 folks in the building. You getting this fire content. You getting this great boxing talk. Can we get 2 people? I mean, 8 more people to achieve the goals? We just asking for 8 of you to show your love for these fine gentlemen up here giving this good boxing talk. That's all I really came up here to say, man. Support these people for doing what they do, man. It's not easy doing this, and it's not always honest what people do, man. You're getting honest boxing talk right here. So shout out to my good brothers right here, man.
Appreciate
Shout
that.
out to the Boxing Center. Shout out to Coach Kenny. Shout out to the Rize podcast. Shout out to my man, At McQueen. Shout out to the chat, man. And let these people have their parade. They was looking for a moment like this. You remember that song? Some people wait a lifetime for a moment like this. Now all we got to do is pick up the pieces and put destruction in the path of everybody who hated, doubted, or said they ducked. And I'm out.
Send some prayers up for me, T Hill. I need some prayers. Send some up for me. Smoothie King.
Right back at you with another one. Miss Melody Queen, 27, best model in the game. Thanks for the color in the chat. For the love of the Rize.
Appreciate you. Closing arguments. Round the board, closing arguments.
Love over hate, baby.
What's easy to do is also easy not to do. Small things, all things.
Appreciate y'all. Another dope fire show. Shout out to the panel. Aunt McQueen, Coach Kenny. Shout out to T Hill for coming through, man. Everybody in the chat for participating. Another fire show. Great conversation. Good topics, man. We navigated this show very well, man. Appreciate everybody who participated. Left a comment, super chat, or a cash app, man. It really means a lot. Another dope show. Everybody have a good week. Make sure y'all push y'all clocks forward. I don't want to hear nobody talking about I ain't know. Woo, woo, woo. Make sure y'all push y'all clocks forward so y'all can be on time for the show tomorrow. Please.
Man, everybody be safe. God bless everybody in the chat. Boxing move right along. Y'all was worried about it. In the word of Coach Calvin and Limp Ball Smarmy, boxing ain't going nowhere. Peace.
No, sir. Peace.
Peace.
Some say you forgive, but don't forget it. Now you know how we do. Lock that back door, don't let no one through. I told Michi in these streets ain't no rules. He say, cuz all this life we ain't put on with it. Yeah. And I understand that this shit wasn't easy, but nigga, we did it. Yeah, yeah. And all them hoes and all them niggas that wasn't fucking with us, then we them niggas. And now we rich now. We got money. I don't give a shit, no. And we did it. Young nigga come up from nothing, now he getting to them riches. And it's the life of a young rich nigga.